Well, indeed. Welcome to Aba, a venue for this game involving Enyimba Football Club and PLATEAU United. It's interesting because, of course, it used to be one game that would shape a lot of things. Well, in commentary duty today is Samuel Okoro, and I've got John. And good afternoon to you, John.
Good afternoon, Sammy. Another time to see interesting NPFL action, and certainly we just can't wait to get into the meat of things. But first of all, we'll have a lot of other things to talk about prior to the game. But it's an NPFL action, and certainly promising, exciting, and even exhilarating comments. Well, it's all about football and the Nigerian way. That's a very interesting thing to do. Well, I want to say welcome to the Enyimba International Stadium, Aba, where we're going to see one of the 10 matches for this week right here at the Enyimba Stadium.
Well, indeed, for the People's Elephant, it's a fight to that for Bayelsa United, the Prosperity Boys, and what a game that certainly lived up to there. Falcon Khalifat also trying to save face, wanting to ensure they avoid a drop in the Nigerian Premier Football League. Of course, John, I do not know if any results last week did shock you, but for me, certainly, it was that away victory at the Mohammed Dikko Stadium.
Well, certainly everyone's that game at the Mohammed Dikko Stadium as the high point of the league. Because thing for that give me some excitement for last weekend's matches.
Okay, well, talking about excitement, you look at what the table looks like, and certainly it's an interesting one at the table. Rivers United are still going top there, Rivers United are still top the log. At 27 games they've played, 28 now. 28 games they've played so far. Then still sits top. With the game looking interesting, let's talk about the games that will be happening March day 30. Bendel Insurance will take on, of course, they take on Kun Khalifat yesterday, and it was a 2-1 victory at the Samuel Ogbomudia Stadium against the Pride of Imo. And we'll have Enyimba today against PLATEAU United. Shooting Stars will take on Wiki Tourists. Niger Tornadoes will be up against Kano Pillars. Barao FC will take on Abia Warriors. There is Bayelsa United against Warri Wolves. Kwara United at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena. Nikon Lagos will be up against Rangers International. Remo Stars will do battle in the
The pile is the one we're going to talk about right here. Yes, some might say it's not going to affect the table, but certainly this is a game of two teams that have been in have won titles right there, because Enyimba record champions, PLATEAU as well have won titles, and so these are two former title holders up against each other. But a lot of people who are looking towards the ascent to the table right there. Rangers are hoping to get something in Lagos against Kwara United, and as well, for the Warriors, they have not given up on their hopes of getting to the continent as well. So that game in Nakano is going to be an extremely interesting one for Abia Warriors and Barao FC.
on that game at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena, where we'll have number 1 and number 2 trade tackles. It's going to be Kwara United who will take on Rivers United today. And of course, Ikorodu City will take on Rivers United tomorrow, I beg your pardon, while Kwara United will take on Rangers International today. And that certainly is going to be eye-catching, because whatever happens there, how the stand certainly will look after March day 30. Well, whatever it is, the Afonja Warriors have got one thing to play for, and they know it is going to be playing for Stage Rivers United, who have actually held sway very, very long time. And whether or not they would be ousted from that number one position is a different conversation entirely. But then, so far, kudos to Rivers. So far, kudos also to Rangers. And we must also give kudos to Nasarawa United, who have also done well as league is concerned. But 9 games is a lot, John. And anything can happen in 9 games.
27 points, that's what we're talking about right here. 27 points can change anyone's fortunes, whether you're aiming for the title or maybe you're aiming for relegation or aiming survival actually. It's a lot of things, and I can tell you that 27 points is a whole lot, and that's why every team still has some sort of confidence and optimism that they will go all the way and survive right there. But, well, a very interesting match. Just as those who are up there, those who are up looking to move up, that's the same way others are bottom hoping to climb out of that particular position. So 27 points is all they're asking for, and 27 points, we'll see who will get a portion of it. So I'm still going to hit a very purple pass. I'm going to have a very poor run. We don't know who's going to get out about who wants it most and who does better ahead of this. But 9 games, as I said, are definitely a lot. And a lot of things are going to happen. This is the dramatic end of the season. And everyone throws in everything to see if they can get possible.
Well, everyone throwing in everything to see if they can get as much as possible. And the question would be, would your team be getting as much as possible? Talking about as much as possible, let's talk about Enyimba Football Club, 17th against PLATEAU United today. And what really can they do to get out the murky waters of relegation? For PLATEAU United, it's another opportunity for them to get a point on the road. Are they going to do that, especially with the former manager in Olugbenga Ogumbote coming in? Do you see that happening today?
Well, Ogumbote is one man who played PLATEAU United, and this is one thing that he will certainly hope bank on and going into this game. He's someone who maybe because of the fact that when he was at Enyimba, but they were based in Calabar, they're more to a third position right there. So it's going to be a difficult game for everyone else. But let's see how it's going to.
Obichere Odinaka, Ekene Awaze, and of course Stanley Dimba. And for PLATEAU United, well, Ama John starting goal for PLATEAU United, Farouk Umar, Mustafa Abdullahi, Wisdom Undon, who certainly is also one man you have to keep your eye on for PLATEAU United. Harrison Eba, Jonathan Okechukwu, Abdallah Hussein, Gideon Monday, Isaiah Sunday, Vincent Temi Tokbe. Watch out for that name, Vincent Temi Tokbe. He's certainly going to be a handful for the Enyimba defense today. And we have Dambani Alao, the former Enyimba man, also starting this game for PLATEAU United. On the bench for them is Bamidele Adeyeni. We have Tarabina Biwi Rebel, Dabo Joshua, Dawa Victor. There is Magit Paul, Manfeng Pam, Nerot Silas. We have Sadiq Yusuf, and of course O.C. Martins on the bench for them. Let's talk about the officials for this game. Interesting orange and black tog. Well, we have Akintoye Yemisi, who would be the center referee in this one. Abdul Majid Usman, AR1, and of course we have Ibowen Imwe, the AR2. Well, of course, the temperature here in Aba is ranging from 36 degrees Celsius to 6 degrees Celsius. Certainly hot, and we're hoping that it would calm down later, as we're also anticipating some showers here at the Enyimba International Stadium. Well, John, the team list is out, and we can actually see that the battle line is drawn.
Well, having to unleash Alao Dambani on Enyimba there. And also, Vincent is one man as well that Enyimba must get to watch, because Vincent is one man who has scored in the last two games. But all the same, minutes of silence in respect of Henry Nwosu, who passed away, a former Super Eagles captain as well, a very good player in his days, and we're going to also have a minute silence. So when we actually had to go off, it's in respect of the late Henry Nwosu, who lost his life in the early hours of yesterday. Fantastic one, a fantastic player, a big loss for Nigerian football, and we just cannot but help and give him respect. The last respect is going to get from nowhere else, but that actually gave him everything, the beautiful game of football.
Well, indeed, Henry Nwosu, a part of the 1980 winning squad of the Super Eagles of Nigeria, the youngest, really, and little wonder his friends called him young millionaires, including the mathematical Segun Odegbami, are calling him the young millionaire. 1 minute respect for Henry Nwosu. Fact, on the 9th of January 2026. Since then, he has gone on to lift PLATEAU United from 15th position to 10th position. In between, getting wins and draws. Went on 6 amazing games without losing. But in the last 4, have drawn 2. This one, as we have Samuel Okoro and of course John in commentary duties today. Enyimba will be playing from left to right and PLATEAU United from right to left on your screen. Joel Ezra, a beautiful take there from Nachi Chidebere. Almost dispossessed. Have Peter Folanyo. He goes all the way back to Ode Paul. Who finds Folanyo Peters. Now to Moses Oko. Well, sandwiched there between 2 PLATEAU United players. A free kick spotted. In quickly. Ufere Chinedu, who captains the People's Elephant today. Chidera Michael brought down by the defender and the captain for PLATEAU United. Well, offside. And of course, so much excitement and pressure for Coach Emmanuel Dosh. He's yet to win a game since being appointed the coach of the People's Elephant. He has a date with destiny. Quickly taken. PLATEAU intercepts. Finds Vincent Emitokbe. Goes all the way to Nambani Alao. Cut back. Still in touch. Floats one. Enyimba back in possession. Throwing to the People's Elephant. Joel Ezra is impeded and free kick. Given to Enyimba.
Well, we saw the free kick, the one between
free kick. Joel Ezra. To meet up where dishing words there. But now taking. Floats one. Enyimba back in possession, goes all the way back. To Okuna, finds Ezra. Finds opening in that channel. So Abiodun now to back to Ezra. Sitting by Timmy Tokwe. Find Gideon and the beautiful pass there. Unfortunately, I hate whether or not they can do or Thunder can strike twice is going to be a different conversation. But of course, yet to lose to Enyimba in the last two, which they have won. As a matter of fact, yet to lose to Enyimba in the last three, drawing one and of course winning two. It's good to see Afolayan Peters back on his feet. And has dropped down from the center referee. Advantage to Enyimba. Or the ball. Finds Chidebere, who is brought down. Intercepted there and beautifully done to beat Alao Dambani. Chidebere is still on the top. And the question is, how serious really is it? How the stint with Kon Khalifat. But back to his parent club, Enyimba Football Club. I didn't really see much of him at Kon Khalifat, and at Enyimba, well, we really do not know. We're shooting rather. But back to his parent club now, and more opportunity affords the man, or the young lad if you like. Finds that opening. Beautiful interchange of passes. Opportunity now to him. Lets it glide. And that would have really been something.
Well, Nashi missed it, and what also we saw that very miss, that perfect read from Wisdom Don. He had to make sure that it was clear from danger than maybe someone was locking behind him. But all the same, a good Enyimba this time around with Ufe Chinedu now asking for that.
A corner kick taken. Whipped in by Ufere. And Amar John shouting down commands to his team. He wanted him charged down, unfortunately. A blow. It's 10 minutes on the clock. Still goalless here between Enyimba Football Club and PLATEAU United. Amar John now to take the goal kick. It's a long one. Brought down. Our Isaiah Sunday does a 1-2 with Abdallah Hussein. He shooted up the ball, a free kick to PLATEAU United. Of course, to the dismay of the fans here at the stadium. The management of Enyimba Football Club trying the gate open to have the stand. But even with that, John, we do not have a field capacity here at the Enyimba International Stadium?
Well, the stand opposite the commentary box is going to be filled even without gate. But all the same, the fans seem to be not so interested in their team. But let's see how it's going to be. But for PLATEAU that is going to play, more noises means more confidence for the visitors, and they can get to play even without pressure. Yes, they know their fans will be watching from the streets of Jos, courtesy of the NPFL live app. And so you can also log in from anywhere in the world and enjoy premium Nigerian football. Exclusive.
From the left channel, has been ding-dong in the last couple of seconds. Salman Abubakar, fine to Ferry, now to Nachi Chidebere. Wisdom and Dawn.
Scare for the home team as PLATEAU United peace boys. They're not here to cause any peace for Enyimba. They're here to maybe give them some violence, yes, on the pitch. Certainly with the results. For the next from PLATEAU United.
Enyimba Football Club will really need to be very, very wary of PLATEAU United, who have scored 30 times and conceded 31. Joseph Abiodun tries to beat his man in the far right. And O'Connor quickly taking Joseph Abiodun in the 18-yard area. Dances his man, sets up, and of course well defended there by PLATEAU United, who cleared their lines. Find Vincent Timmy Stockware, who tries to run the channel, decides against that. Back to Gideon. opportunity just seconds ago to put his team ahead. Now Farouk Umar runs the right channel. A block and finds only to find Enyimba. Going to set up pass. Now Salman Abubakar to Ferry Chinedu. Goes back now to Joel Ezra. To more Hogan. Finds, of course, Chidera Michael. Joseph Abiodun. To more Hogan. Opportunity. The line's cleared there. But not so far. And the medical team now will attend to him. He got himself knocked. He's holding his ankle. Which probably is going to be a big concern for the coach, Emmanuel Dosh. Well, he gets back on his feet. An opportunity for water break as well. A throw-in taken. Enyimba gets possession. It's a forward pass from Salman Abubakar. To Ferry now to Chidera, who holds it. Goes all the way back. Back to Chidera, who goes solo. Finds Joel Ezra. He cuts back with his weaker foot. Of course, that certainly was not troubling Amajon anytime. Not today, not tomorrow. Of course, Chidebere Nachi are still out, getting attended to by the medical team. Joel Ezra gets advantage. PLATEAU United will bring down Gideon. Finds Alao Dambani. Goes back to Husseini Abubakar. Abdallah rather. Back to Husseini. It's a 1-2 with Farouk. They're trying to weigh their options. Close neat passes there. Vincent brought down. And free kick to PLATEAU United. Well, John, 20 minutes played, and you want to say this is exactly how Benga Ogunwote would want his team to play the opening 20 minutes here. He had to concede, and of course, hoping to get a goal. Opportunity now for Chidera. What a save! Out of the line. Well, the referee gets her red card. Well, Amazon came out of his line, saved with his hands. I'm not sure he knew what was happening. Came out of his line and used his hands instead of his head. What an opportunity for card now to PLATEAU United.
Because that was almost Michael going for that goal, and he had to sacrifice himself. It's better we had to do this. Well, Enyimba, we know, are not a team that scores a lot of goals. So maybe, just maybe, we'll go down to 10 men and still hold our own. So maybe just that was him trying to throw it on the line right there. But, well, a very big mistake. He knew he was not in the box and had to jump up. It was so high, and he used his hand. And Yemisi had to actually give him matching orders right there. Good call from the referee. Good initiative from Michael, and I can tell you, a very fantastic sacrificial save from Amazon for PLATEAU United.
Well, Amazon, his 20th start for PLATEAU United, unfortunately, will not go down well. Saving his team was exactly what he did. And yellow card has been given. To Visa, or allow Dambani rather. Well, that substitution now will happen quickly. As Bamidele Adeyemi will be coming in to take the place of the red-carded Amazon, a young lad, 23 years old. Was hoping for even more clean sheet here. But then took one for the team. And can Enyimba take advantage of more men here?
Well, numerical advantage is one thing. Most teams will go there, but it seems like the team is waiting for the goalkeeper to get ready before he comes in. They could call that fair play. Some teams will just want to get ahead and get it done, but all the same. Substitutions going to be coming on right now. And Adeni will be there. And well, that's been called for the game to be started immediately. And no time for the goalkeeper to be waited for to get ready for that. Well, will Yemisi restart this game without Bamidele and Adeni? Certainly not.
I'm sure he's so eager to get in. I didn't want to get confirmation from the fourth official. And you can see his gaffer asking him to calm down. But he really needs to calm down. Well, it does seem the gaffer has sacrificed his highest goal scorer. Time to talk there. Well, first taste of action would be trying to save this free kick which is about 20 yards out. Ball, as well as Joel Ezra. Bamidele. Enyimba taking advantage of their numbers and camping in the half of PLATEAU United. Opportunity finds to the better Nachi float one and to no one in particular. Of course, to the disgust of the fans. Opportunity defended. Nachi. It's a 1-2 there. And well blocked by PLATEAU United, who finds Alao Dambani. But only as far as Peter Safolayon.
Well, we've seen that PLATEAU having to reduce all the fact that they had to remove Tabutakwe means maybe sacrificing the attacking intent and passing him back. And so far, Enyimba also been working the way through the flanks. But some players also, while they are expecting the flank run from the wingers, Enyimba still finds a win. Isaiah Son spread out to fill into the spaces right there. Dambani coming back to play in the whole left by Tabutakwe. That leaves out no striker for the play with a numerical disadvantage.
Joseph Abiodun now to Ezra. There he goes out of touch and corner kick now to the People's Elephant. Joseph Abiodun will take the resultant corner kick. On. Oh. He gets that one calmly. Well, the referee gives a drop down. And PLATEAU United takes the advantage as a build from the rear. Omar. Gideon brought down and rather brought down. A free kick to PLATEAU United. It's taken as far as Isaiah Sunday, who loses possession to Enyimba. Salman finds Joel Ezra. Ezra to Abiodun, but it's a wayward pass intercepted by PLATEAU United. And now Gideon back to Enyimba. Intercepted and PLATEAU United. Half an hour played and goalless here between Enyimba and PLATEAU United. PLATEAU United, one man short after Amar John got himself red carded, taking one for the team. Back, but only as far as the PLATEAU United end. It's back to Enyimba. Salman Abubakar. Now to Paul. Paul finds Suferi. For the sides against that 1-2. Well, Enyimba have really looked in the final third, and you can see it's really not working with Chidebere, Chidera, and of course Joseph Abiodun.
What I've been doing on the ball right now, I think Enyimba go for one. Like, but they seems to play two without the ball, are controlling how the ball is moving right there, and then Enyimba keeps searching, knocking on the door right there to get an opener in this game with the advantage.
PLATEAU United intercepts that one and they turn defense to attack. Enyimba defense. Moses finds his captain. Back now to Paul. Finds Nachi. Nachi. Oh, well brought down there by Farouk. And the referee calls for a look into 1, 2, 3, 4, too much. If you ask me, John, it seems not to be in this game to the Berinachi. And side finds Joseph Abiodun, who tries to hit his marker. Well, he does. He cuts down and it's free kick to
Abiodun beats someone. Sleep right there and free kick away for them as well, but
with 5 Enyimba players.
On the team's attack.
Wanasuko. On the log in the murky waters of relegation against PLATEAU United, who occupy the 10th position on the log. Well, this draw certainly will do them good. The last time they were who might have one or two answers up front. O.C. Martins and, of course, Never Tylers. For Enyimba in this game, as both wingers really have been flat. Wana now to Joseph. Joseph finds Wana. Wana across as well. Of course, we have Bamidele there who gathers beautifully.
To take it away from Michael. But all the same, it's evident that the instruction to Wanasuko was just to join the attack, always move the ball from the defense to the attack, make sure you roll the ball from that back towards the end. But if Bamidele starts getting treatments right now, then certainly maybe they're going to start thinking a technical keeper that could come in right there, because he's the second one on the bench. All the same, great performance so far. And well, Wanasuko joining the attack, and also we could see two other players getting ready to join the fray. In Didiang is
Three losses and 2 draws. It's not explainable, John. It's unforgivable. They have to get back to reckoning. But PLATEAU United have really been fantastic in the first 45 minutes of this game. But Bamidele is back up eventually. After the applause of the PLATEAU United bench, it takes a long kick. As far as Bamidele, boy, intercepted there by Moses. 5 minutes of added time. And Enyimba yet to find the back of the net. PLATEAU United holding for dear life, even with 10 men. Afolayo, he charges forward. Now to Ufere. Ufere finds Wana. Salman now to Wana. He leaves it off for Umar Hogan. It's a 1-2. Back to Umar. Now to Salman. Salman finds Ufere. Ufere now to Chidera. Chidera. Kick! And what a wonderful shot there. Unfortunately, it was always going up, and not to the stop by Bamidele. But they ask everyone. But Enyimba having numerical advantage here. Now to Hogan. Hogan to Wana. Finds Chidera, who brings it down to Joseph. Joseph now intercepted. PLATEAU United playing beautifully well, but they lose possession to Wana. He's hacked down, allowed Dambani, his former teammate. And now to Moses. Moses finds Afolayo Peters, who lets it roll for Paul. Paul! A beautiful cross. But well defended there by Mustafa Abdullahi. This is his 24th start for PLATEAU United this season. He's also been a mainstay for the Peace Boys. But corner kick. Owana to take. Well, Owana now to take. It's a shot one. It's defended by PLATEAU. Chidera Nachi. Gets one advantage now. Can he make it count? It's blocked. Another corner kick for Enyimba Football Club. Ufere Chinedu runs. Two minutes into other time. And more from the center referee, Temitokbe, who is ushering more warning here. Oh. He takes the shot one. And back to Ferry. Finds Owana. Owana now to Hogan. Hogan. Back to Owana. Joseph. To Hogan. Hogan. Floats one. It's defended. Well defended there by Hogan. Now to Owana. Otum in a hurry. A little bit in a hurry there, and of course that whistle signals the end of the first 45 minutes right here at the Enyimba International Stadium. A match day 30 game involving Enyimba and PLATEAU United. A game that has actually ended goalless after 45 minutes of action here. Well, the second 45 minute promises to be even more interesting. It's on the payroll of PLATEAU United. Afolayan drop down quickly. Ufere Chinedu now to Moses. Moses finds the young man, Samuel. He's hacked down. And play on. He decides to do the chase and goes out of touch. It's throwing to PLATEAU United, who continues to look solid. I did say in the first 5 minutes, the game might go down to tactical news. And so far, Olugbenga Ogumbote, unfortunately, he's yet to win the league title. He's having the upper edge over Emmanuel Gustave Dosh. Enyimba. Chidiberinachi. That's a wrong pass. Intercepted there by Enyimba. Build from the fence. It's 4-3. Throwing quickly taken. PLATEAU United now gaining more men in defense. Now to Ode. Ode to Ufere. Ufere. Of course. Well, we have to see. In Dede to Wana Sukwa. Back to Moses. Moses now to Peter Afolayan. And more substitutions now will come for PLATEAU United. As we have Sadiq. Sadiq comes in for Alao Dambani. Ode takes the resultant throwing to Peter Afolayan, who finds Moses. Moses now to Ekene. He holds on, goes out of touch. It's corner for the People's Elephant. And 51 minutes on the clock. Edidiong also might just be having his fair share in this game for the People's Elephants. Edidiong Ezekiel. Bamidele Adenini takes a long one. It's free kick to PLATEAU United. Well, the People's Elephants Enyimba have considered at least a goal in their last 5, which is worrying and troubling. Of course.
Split passes for this team, and it's making actually rubbing off right there. It took a long time out after that sojourn in Ibadan with Shooting Stars, where he barely saw game time, and now back in Aba and looking different from the Nachi that got injured and stayed out for a long time. But all the same, PLATEAU doing lots of good things right here to keep Enyimba at bay.
Salman to Ufere. Ufere goes back to Moses. Finds Samuel at the diminutive winger to find Owana Asukwa. Asukwa now. It's a beautiful interchange of passes between Sam and Owana. It's a beautiful one. Punched out by the goalkeeper, Bamidele. Shoot and cleared there by Hamston Eba. Now to Afolayan. He finds Ode. Ode crosses to Chidera, who is upended. The referee says Nachi Chidebere will exit the scene and the stage for Edidiong Ezekiel. 53 minutes played so far. Goalless here at the Enyimba International Stadium. Match day 30 between Enyimba and PLATEAU United. Commentary brought to you by Propel Sport Africa. And you can watch at least 8 games every match day on your NPFL Live app. Oh, beautifully done there. Beautifully won as well. Enyimba now on the ascendancy. A beautiful cross. It's well defended by Tarabina. It's corner kick for Enyimba. It's taken quickly. Temperature here has dropped. Opportunity, and that's the goal! Paul Ode gets the goal for the People's Elephant. And what a header that was! Certainly left Bamidele in La La Land. 55 minutes on the clock. It's Enyimba 1, PLATEAU United 0. And of course, to the excitement of the fans, who gets standing right here. Well, a beautiful cross there, and a beautiful header, complementing each other. Well, of course, it was brought in just for this purpose. And what a cross that was. What a header from Paul Ode. How did he get up front into the vital area of PLATEAU United and giving Enyimba the lead?
Well, it was actually a last gasp ever for him, because that cross, well, it's been invited ever since. We've seen crosses from Samuel Okechukwu as well as Owana Suku on that channel, and well, finally it's amounted to something for them as well. I just feel that for Enyimba, this is a much needed break for them. We'll see how they're going to respond to this, because I believe Ogumbote understood that yes, Enyimba might just load and maybe get one here, and there could be some other plans to maybe come back into this game, because so far his team has dictated the pace without the ball, and now that they are behind, they will still find a way to get back as well to see how it goes. But not the same, PLATEAU, not a team you think are down, definitely not down. They're going to maybe bring in another tactics, as you said, to find a way to get past this Enyimba, who, yes, they've been handlers of the ball, but not be so convincing like they will need the game so much. But the substitution as well from Amanda Chua seems to be working for the Post Elephants.
Well, of course, Enyimba, the last 5 games have conceded. Can PLATEAU United take advantage of that and punish the People's Elephants? Well, they seem to be playing like wounded lions. Of course, they should be wounded. We'll have an Enyimba player on the top. He was bullied. Salman Abubakar. And he gets back on his feet. A free kick to be taken. And it's taken quickly as Enyimba need more goals. PLATEAU United now have considered 32 this season. And if they do eventually lose this game, it will be their 15th loss of the season. Chidera Michael. And game restarts with that free kick to PLATEAU United. It goes highest there. Moses. Impeded. Samuel gets free kick. Ufere Chinedu takes a long one to Chidera Michael, who shoots. It was going nowhere near the goalkeeper. It's goal kick. It's 1 hour on the clock. And it's Enyimba leading PLATEAU United. A solitary goal, courtesy of Paul Ode's header in the 55th minute. Some respite for the fans here. The temperature also coming down. So now 28 degrees. Fine Salman. Salman. Oh, defenses ball well. He's brought down and free kick to the People's Elephant Football League. A beautiful solo round there. Now to Edidi Young. Edidi Young floats one. Chidera Michael. Header. Defended. What a shot! Ufere Chinedu gets the second for Enyimba. In the 62nd minute. Enyimba 2, PLATEAU United 0. What a response from Enyimba. And that is exactly the kind of response the fans will be excited about. Well, indeed, the People's Elephants are excited. And PLATEAU United, unfortunately, conceding more here. A second on the evening. And a beautiful cross there for PLATEAU United, who are camping in the half of Enyimba now. Loses possession. Afolayan calmly finds Awazie, who loses possession now. Ekene Awazie picks that. He tries to calm things down here. Ufere now to Salman. Salman back to Ufere. Who finds Moses. Gideon makes that run, gets the pass. Back to Wana floats one. To the one. Good clearance there by Harrison Eba. Back to Enyimba. Ufere blocked. PLATEAU United now will turn defense to attack. Maggie's ball. Finds Gideon now to Don, who loses possession to Enyimba. Enyimba certainly will slow things down in this game. 68 minutes on the clock. Enyimba leads by 2-0. Their second win in 11 games. Their first in 6. As someone said, maybe, just maybe, they wouldn't know how to celebrate if they eventually go on to win this game. It's been a long time Enyimba last won a game. That's how bad really it's been for the People's Elephant. The reasons why before this game they were languishing in the murky waters of relegation. But now to other results from other centres. Adari lets that one go. It goes all the way, but back to the goalkeeper, Dede Dari. Well, quickly to the game happening at the Stephen Keshi Stadium at the Samson Siasia Stadium in Yenogwa. Bayelsa United and Warri Wolves are sharing the spoils. 1-1. Aquara United goalless against Rangers International. And Niger Tornadoes at the Bako Kotangora Stadium are goalless against Kano Pillars as well. And Remo Stars are leading Nasarawa United. Number 1 goal to nil. And Shooting and Wiki Tourists are sharing the spoils. It's 2-2 at the Lekon Salami Stadium. A beautiful pass to Ode. A cut back, but of course the flag is up. And that goal from Samuel really wouldn't count for anything. Enyimba playing very well from the left side of attack. 70 minutes on the clock. A commentary brought to you by Propel Sport Africa. Match day 30. Well, of course, right there at the Sani Abacha Stadium, halftime result. Barao leading Abia Warriors by 2-0. Ofere loses possession now to PLATEAU United. PLATEAU United trying to gather men up front. Was that a pass or was that a shot, John?
Well, I know it ended up as a throw-in. He mishit the shots, and well, it was a good intention to try that day from that location, but all the same, he couldn't get his feet on the ball properly the way he had envisaged, and he had to go all the way out for a throw-in. But well, has gradually taken their foot off the gas, but still lying in wait for what anything they can get out of this gun. But there are 2 goals to the goal. As you said, it's been a long time, for 3 days since Enyimba last attempted victory. And we have to go even further back for the first time they kept clean sheets when they scored. A long time ago.
PLATEAU United are trying for opportunities here. Meeting a very stingy Enyimba defense. Well, of course, this result pushes Enyimba away from relegation. 14th they are now on the log. Well, of course, the fans of Enyimba must really be excited. Moses to Peter Safolayan. Finds Ode. Brings it down beautifully. Well controlled, goes out of touch. And throwing to Enyimba. Finds Ekenawazim back to Ode. He returns it to Ekene. Finds Samuel. Samuel does beautifully. Floats one and the flag is up. Goes up. Well, Samuel really has been a revelation in this game, John. You agree? He's certainly since his introduction by the gaffer. And that is how you make an entrance.
Well, Samuel Okechukwu actually gives tries to actually remind people of a certain Seyifa Jackson that played for Rivers United as well. Player who came through the ranks there and found a way to get in there. But Samuel Okechukwu has been the man who added the spark for Enyimba. And also, well, you could say that Emmanuel Dachua's substitutions has been spot on. Well, you might actually see them do some good things. And Ezekiel, though not really has gotten involved in any of the goals, but with that, they gave the midfielder, the captain of the side, some options to spread play and also give him spaces there. And all the same, now there are 2 goals to the good. maybe, just maybe, it's going to give the team a bit of fresh air and time to plan and move into other things as well. But for now, it's still a lot of things to play as well. A lot of minutes as well, and anything can change in this game.
Anything can change. And more substitutions now will come for the People's Elephant. Oh, Gideon dances his way beautifully. Possession now back to the captain, Harrison Enyimba. Enyimba finds Okechukwu Jonathan. Goes out of touch. And that substitution will happen now. It will be Chere, the Concalifat man, who's returned back home, will be thrown into the fray. And of course, Okere Daniel would also have part of actions in this game. Well, of course, Ode to exit the field, and Chidera Michael, unfortunately, Ode, the goal scorer, who scored the first goal for the People's Elephant in this game against PLATEAU United. Well, substitutions quickly done. And we'll have a player attended to, a PLATEAU United player. It's Gideon, actually, who's been attended to. He's been asked to exit the playing tough. As Gringo Gumbote continues to dish instruction to Wisdom Undone. "77 minutes played." Well, of course, Salman Abubakar is on the turf, and the stretcher is called in. Well, it does seem he's fatigued, Salman Abubakar.
Well, maybe he's actually tired, and let's see how that's going to go for them. And, well, fantastic one right there. And they're going to find a way to balance things and settle also.
Well, Salman is still on the top. And now about to be stopped. Well, he gets the medical attention. Well, it has. Oh, it's Daniel Okere. No, not Samuel. Obichiri. Now to Salman. Salman. To Owana. Owana who's switched now to the left back position. PLATEAU United loses possession. Edidion goes all the way back to Moses. Moses to Ferry. He floats to Obichiri. He gets a 1-2 with Ekene. Here you had Edidion Ezekiel. Oh, what an opportunity for Enyimba to make it 3. Edidion. Now to Samuel. Samuel goes all the way back to Moses. Moses to Ferry. Ferry now to Afolayan. "82 minutes on the clock. Enyimba leads by 2-0 against PLATEAU United. Isaiah Sunday releases it, finds Gideon. Gideon is sandwiched and loses possession to Enyimba now. Samuel asking questions, finds Edidion, who tries to go solo, lose possession to the captain, Harrison Eba, finds the goalkeeper, Bamidele. It's a long one. Owana brings down beautifully. Ekene, beautifully done, gets a free kick in that regard.
Loses play. From Isaiah Sunday. PLATEAU now on the attack. Moving forward. Drops up there from under Gideon. But one has to go Gadas. very involved in the action today. I will be replaced by Mafeng Pam.
Moses now to Bichare, who gathers quickly to Samuel. He's upended and free kick to Enyimba. Well, of course, Ogumbote, not a helping man. You can tell from his countenance. Where his last 3 away games he has lost, unfortunately. It wasn't the results he would have hoped for. He went unbeaten in the month of January and little part of February as well. Getting Manager of the Month award. The Oracle, he is called by friends and foe alike. Enyimba trying to wind down the clock. Playing possession football. Afolayan Peters loses possession now. An opportunity for Enyimba there, but unfortunately, a possession not quite given. As Enyimba gets back. A hack at the back of the leg. To Daniel Okere, who gets free kick for the People's Elephant. Ufere finds Peter Afolayan, who lets it roll for Uwana. Uwana floats one, but only as far as PLATEAU United. Samuel now finds Ekene. Eba intercepts. A beautiful pass now. There. United coming up. And not out of touch. And it is free kick. A trying rather. Sarabina to take a long one. It's 3 minutes of additional time to be played here. Kenawase Ferichedu gets the shout and the attention of the center referee. Timmy Tokwe. 30 minutes of additional time to be played here. Enyimba leading by 2 goals to nil. Exactly the kind of performance the fans were excited about. And the question on the leaves off, many of the fans would be, can they eventually escape the drop? Wonderful pass now to Bicheri. Hits him and goes out for goal kick.
Fantastic results right there for the Elephants. Back to winning ways for the first time for 3 days. And yet again, Enyimba traveled, PLATEAU travel rather, and cannot do that. But it's full time here in Aba, and it's been brought to you by South Africa. Keep downloading the NPFL live app and watch premium content of Nigeria Box. It's Sunatu John and Samuel Okoro saying good night and have a great time. Bye-bye.